Well, as Marco mentioned, my name is Dmitri Lisitski. I'm co-founder and CEO of a company called Influ2. And before Influ2, my previous company was called GlobalLogic. It's a large IT services firm. And like selling IT services is amazing. It's like you get like $1 million contracts from this kind of large clients. Then the opposite flip coin of this is that when you do large enterprise sales, it takes time, and you need to talk to multiple people and really talk about months or years of selling. Actually, you could hear this from previous presentation. It's pretty, a lot of heavy lifting. And then, our company was very successful. It was acquired by Hitachi for $9 billion like 2 years ago. But I love marketing, and I kept thinking, what could we do to make marketing work for us? Because honestly, our company would be equally successful without any marketing. And Influ2 is my take on this idea. Okay, what kind of marketing would work for large enterprise sales? And just think of enterprise sales, and let's talk about the problem selling into big companies. Okay, so if you think of go-to-market strategy for enterprise, the main beautiful idea of product-led growth is great when you start, but it doesn't provide enough pipeline for you. And as you can see from Pavilion data, majority of the main go-to-market strategy is really outbound sales, right? So outbound really remains the core strategy when it comes to enterprise. And if you think about outbound sales, for those who don't understand, outbound sales is what you get in your email or from some unknown people, sending you emails, calling you, sending you a LinkedIn request. It sounds like pretty annoying thing, but in fact, it still works very well. And this is the main go-to-market strategy for majority of enterprise-focused, companies. And actually, now in the hard market environment, the situation gets even worse because PLG really, slowed down for majority of companies. So they put a lot of effort to, to boost outbound sales because this is something that is really scalable, right? So you can hire more SDRs, and that's what they do based on the data. They increase their quotas. Obviously, acquisition costs increased. But more importantly, as you can see, the correlation between sales development teams being successful and company being on target with revenue is with 73%, which is very high, right? So basically, if you don't drive outbound process well enough, you will not be able to deliver on your revenue goals. And then if you ask a salesperson to sell more, what they do? They just start calling more, they start selling more emails, more effort put. And as you understand, because the number of channels is very limited, so if people call more, if people send more emails, it means that there's diminishing return, right? So basically, the more you call, the less you get, right? So there's no linear growth anymore, and this is a big problem, right? So you double down on outbound sales, but it starts providing diminishing returns, so there's a problem. And then, if you think, okay, can marketing help with that, right? And then account-based marketing was kind of a tactic or strategy that, it exists for a decade. And this is marketing take, okay, how can we help our salespeople sell into large enterprise, right? And, there are multiple ABM platforms available in the market. And what you can do with these platforms, you can, target advertising to decision makers in these accounts, right? The challenge is, because it is on the account level, you don't really know who you're exactly targeting, right? So the challenge is, it's not precise enough. And by targeting Microsoft in this example, there are 190,000 people working for this company. And if you target just Microsoft account, you don't really know if you hit the 6 people you care about, right? So there are very few people who can potentially buy your product in this big company. And you really need to engage these exact people, not someone in Microsoft. And unfortunately, IBM platforms don't solve this problem. And that was our idea, right? So basically, our idea was as simple as you can imagine, right? So target exact individuals, exact people who can make decision to buy a product, and then help salespeople sell to these people from marketing standpoint. And yes, that's exactly what Influ2 does. So we target individuals, we target buyers in large organizations typically, and we also solve, like, we answer 2 key questions that salespeople care about, and these are who to call and what to say, right? So this is the key question for outbound sales. And because we track who engages with your ads, we can tell exactly who clicked on your ad and what they clicked on. And this is a very good insight for salespeople just to be able to, to start the conversation because we know exactly what they're interested in and who is interested. And we currently have more than 100 happy enterprise customers. Our clients most of them are medium to large enterprise as well. You can see this kind of known names like Datadog and Snowflake and HCL and Infosys. Actually, I'm pleased to recognize that some of our past competitors are now our clients. And a lot of reviews on G2. But more importantly, we looked at our data over the last 3 years, and we are kind of pleased to realize that we really managed to influence very significant sales pipeline. So actually, it's only roughly half of our customer base, and we drove more than 4 billion of sales pipeline, and almost 1.4 billion of new deals were won with our help. So from technology standpoint, most people ask, okay, how do you do it? And this is where, unfortunately, I need to say this, like pronounce this letters AI. And I hate it because investors like this word, but I have a master's degree in applied mathematics. And when we launched, when most people spoke about AI, it was about deep neural networks. Now it is about generative AI, and I think it will change over time as well. So we do use machine learning to be able to solve this problem. Yeah? So we applied mathematics to solve the problem of being able to tell who clicks on your ad. And that's the core of our technology and our core differentiator that competitors could not replicate. And then speaking about privacy, obviously another obvious question is like, it sounds like we violate everything. In fact, it's vice versa. So in fact, when we launched in 2017, GDPR was coming into place, and we kind of understood that it's going to be an issue. And we initially built our platform with an idea of being first-party data platform, right? So basically, we never used third-party data, and our core focus remained to be privacy first and being able to partner with platforms that deliver first-party experience. And then speaking about the space, actually, there's a very interesting thing happening right now in marketing technology. And Forrester calls it convergence. And we see convergence between marketing automation and account-based marketing and sales engagement to some extent. And this is all becoming one big revenue marketing space. And the idea is very simple. If you want, like, the job of marketers for enterprise marketing is to drive revenue in some way, and it doesn't matter what tactic you use, you ultimately want to be responsible for revenue growth. And Forrester admits that we kind of have some unique stance in this market. And we talk about 12 billion, actually, addressable market for us, and we kind of sit somewhere between account-based marketing and sales engagement in our own positioning. And the way we see the reason why we kind of take this unique stance is because, currently account-based marketing and marketing technology platforms, I think their primary focus is to be able to engage and, generate some leads or engage accounts, while our job starts when salespeople step in, and they can step in actually in very cold opportunities, and in some cases they can step in after, some initial marketing job has been done. But our job is to help marketers help salespeople, right? So basically, we are really dependent on marketing ability to work together with sales to target individuals, target prospects, and then help them move through the pipeline and successfully win the deals. So our vision is very simple. So currently, we are a 100-employee company, more than 100 customers, growing like on 60% on an annualized basis. We're planning to do Series B next year, early next year. And our vision is that ultimately we want to become a kind of a standard tool of every enterprise marketer, every B2B marketer to help salespeople and help to drive revenue. Thank you, guys.